Hello, my name is Cody Kaler, and this is my introduction module 1 for AEP 855, Educational Leadership. My current teaching position is high school or secondary education at Goddard High School in Goddard, Kansas, in which I teach social studies. Courses like world history, psychology, international affairs, and government. Extra responsibilities at my current position. I now coach 3 sports: football in the fall, boys basketball in the winter, and most recently JV golf, which I've thoroughly enjoyed that experience and being able to pick up a third sport in which I can make continued connections with students outside of just the classroom. So I've really enjoyed my time at Goddard. It's where I began my career. I just finished my 3rd year as a secondary teacher after graduating from Kansas State, and I've loved every second of it so far. The most influential person in my life thus far would probably be my mother. She raised me as a single mom and raised me into the person I am today. So in life, it'd probably be her. As an educator and as a professional, would probably be a couple of my teachers and coaches throughout my educational experience in high school who have really pushed me to kind of become the teacher and person I am today via making connections with students, pushing them into harder and more difficult curriculum while also forming relationships that are meaningful outside of the classroom and show that I am truly serving those students to the best of their abilities. For these first module 1 requirements or tasks, I took the personality test. Um, Going into this, I was kind of skeptical about what kind of validity this would give, as these personality tests sometimes uh, give more or less information with very vague questions. Kind of my results, I had high percentile marks in conscientiousness and emotional stability, kind of middle of the pack in agreeableness, lower percentiles in extroversion and intellect and imagination. Kind of what I see from this and what I agree or disagree with. I would agree that I have high marks in conscientiousness because it kind of states in that factor um, that the person with high marks would be kind of careful and diligent. Those are definitely things I can kind of see in my personality and how I live my life and in my professional world as well. And then also in emotional stability, I'm pretty even keeled. Don't get too high or too low with most things and how I react to those. Um, One other thing I could probably agree with, I'm not too much of an extrovert, but at the same time, I'm not going to shy away from social situations or meeting new people. I guess it's just a time and a place type of situation. One thing I did disagree with was the intellect and imagination, as I am maybe a more conventional and traditional person. At the same time, I like trying new things and new experiences. So I kind of disagree with some of the results based off of that. But at the same time, with the questions they give you, you kind of have to take what you get on some of those. Through looking and researching the leadership theories listed in the module, the 2 that I came up with were path goal theory and servant leadership. I think they kind of align with my personality test results in some good ways, and then also kind of maybe go against a couple. First off, I think the extroversion part definitely probably doesn't go with the leadership aspect and serving others and working closely with others. But at the same time, that comes back to that time and place situation I was talking about earlier. I think through serving people and trying to attain a goal, I would definitely break through that introvert mentality and get to know the people that I'm serving, and then also find out what their needs are to attain that goal. Looked up some famous and not so famous, some collegial examples of both of those things. Came up with people like Martin Luther King Jr., Nelson Mandela, co-teacher of mine. I also put into my document. But this was good for me to be able to kind of look out and research and find some different leadership theories and the ones that I can kind of build my foundation as a future leader. I really enjoyed this assignment and look forward to completing more.